Hello, friendos. Things are just getting underway, and we are getting this stream started just in the nick of time. Let me make sure I have access to my YouTube friendos. We can't really stream without our YouTube friendos. Okay, there you are. Now, time for the actual stream itself. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my stream. Happy New Year. I was away on holiday for literally the entire playoffs so far, so I didn't get to stream any of my own games or anything fun like that. But now we're back in the studio just in time for the top 16, which means it's going to be time to watch potentially some good games. I would be surprised if Q is playing against Q. Okay, so Frutilla versus Scheidel, that's Skull Dice from Main Chord and Facebook. He has gotten lots of forfeits through the season so far. Well, he says forfeits. He says no one wants to play against him. I know he did play a couple of his games in advance. Zanson versus Sicarus could be a really interesting one. Defteros versus Fires. Fires is a Waifu Wars participant who wasn't available for the last week, maybe, so someone else played on his account for him and got him into the top 16. It'll be interesting to see if he shows up. These ones that don't say in battle haven't started yet, so they're still on the 5-minute countdown. Like I said, I'd be surprised if Q fought Q's own ult. Kazgau's probably streaming his game against Valabar. Valabar is a really strong player. Jayden versus WindSeeker, both really strong players. WindSeeker won like the last 3 seasons of Summit der Langris in a row. And Jayden has just always done really well in normal Apex. Trinhuv versus Skill Issue. Skill Issue is a Pay the Toll ult. Pay the Toll, obviously, with his main in combat against Cool right now. So Pay the Toll probably played early with Trinhuv, and maybe that's why we're not seeing that game has started yet. So it looks like Pay the Toll is going to be playing on his main account versus Cool, and Cool's probably streaming that one. So given the fact that, like, Kazgau's streaming this one, Cool's streaming this one, that leaves us with, in my opinion, the most interesting matches being 2 strong players here, Jayden and WindSeeker. Pretty strong players here, Zanson versus Sicarus, and this one would just be funny to watch because Skull Dice has gotten away with not having to play many of his matches in public. So I'm not sure what you guys in the chats, the various chats, are leaning more towards. Personally, I think Jayden versus WindSeeker would be a good one to watch just because both of these players are super solid. Looks like the betting is heavily in favor of Jayden. So far we haven't missed too much. We've got the first bans of Enya, and then the first pick of more than likely Holy Bright Summoner on Jayden's side. Yeah, Meow, if you want, like, we can duck in and out of some of these games as well. I think this one will probably be good for, like, high-quality meta play, because both of these players know how to play solid meta games. But yeah, if you think it would be more interesting to see someone like Fire... I don't want to say I think Fire will be messing up. This is a friendly and respectful stream. But, yeah, Fire might be a little bit out of practice, and he plays a little bit different, too, so that might be a more... like a more interesting game, just in terms of entertainment value, right, on the stream. Yeah, I don't disagree with you on that one, Meow. High quality meta is... it feels kind of stagnant in this season. That's why I just played Rush this season, because I wanted to do something different. I mean, next season I may go back to playing Myth Memes again. I played a whole season without Transcender and it didn't feel right! Didn't. Just going to refresh my Twitch chat here. Myth Memes versus Vargas. Yeah, no, I know. I mean, to be fair, Vargas will be in my Myth Meme box just because he's a large man. And, you know, I like large male characters as well, so they kind of fit in. So we got the BS, we got the second pick Virelia here, who's going to be hoping to catch a breeze on this nice Virelia-friendly map. let's just duck out and see how pick ban is going. We know how this pick and ban is going to go. Let's see how pick and ban is going in a couple of the other matches. Okay, Q's ult did concede to Q. That makes total sense. Oh, it looks like Trinhuv and the other Pay the Toll are going to play. Maybe we should tune into that one out of Pay the Toll loyalty. But before we tune into that one, let's just quickly check in here and see how our old friend Fires is doing. Okay, we've got another double first ban Enya, double first peck BS game going here. Okay, and yeah, I was mistaken. Fires is playing another really solid meta box. We've got Nemia in here, which is strictly not super meta. Yeah, Lena's in here as well. It works out well for Fires, though, because he's player 1 on a really nice Nemia map. So, could go alright for him. Yeah, maybe I'll take a poll in the chat, or just an informal poll. Let me know. Probably Mage Chris if he didn't change your gear back. Well, I don't know. Maybe a Mage Chris first pick as player 1 be a good element of surprise against Defteros. I'm gonna work on a poll here to see if people want to stick with Fires or watch the Trinhuv Pay the Toll. Because some people want to vote on things and engage with the stream, but not actually type in the chat. And I understand that. Maybe you're on your phone, maybe you're on your TV. I've watched the odd Twitch stream on my television. We'll go 3 minutes, since picks and bans are already underway. I don't know, Defteros seems like the kind of player who would have done prep. Yeah, Hugo, a lot of people forgot to bet, I think. I was looking just off stream, but looking at the betting. And all but 3 players were under 100 bets. So less than triple dig. And one of the players who got more than triple dig was in a game that was clearly not going to happen anyway. So all those tickets got refunded. There's like 600 tickets on queue, and there's no way any of those are going to pay out. Sadly, for the voters, or the bettors, the bettors. So this is a pretty aggressive player 1 box. BS here, potentially still on Mage, Meow's saying. We got Eshin, we got Virelia, who kind of has an Eshin enabler at least. Nemia, who can engage. But then again, we have more than likely a Holy BS on this side. Emir is a big problem for Fire's box. Apotheosis and a tank. And a Tiana. Oh, Disco, no! Never vote. Never use your betting on the top 2. The odds are usually more even. So you have less of an opportunity to find a good underdog who can pay out well. The key really is in the early rounds of betting to find someone who you know is good. Maybe it's a 50-50 match in terms of skill levels, but if they have less tickets, then you've got a 50% chance to earn more than 50% on your returns. But I'm realizing now that I forgot to get myself a beverage. So there will be no pre-stream pour on this stream, and I'm going to get super thirsty, unless one of the Dobermans brings me something to drink, which seems super unlikely. Buff Gardner, welcome to the stream. Who are you cheering for, Buffy? Alright, it looks like Twitch wants us to stick with Fire's game, so we will stick with Fire's game, and we'll catch up on the Pay the Toll match in the break between games. That's exactly what we'll do. I suppose this is a good time for a brief ad. Right at the start of the game? No, I'm going to snooze this one right at the start of the game. Come on. We'll give it 5 minutes before an ad rolls. Buff, all in on Fire. Okay. Love to hear it. So that means YouTube and Twitch are both on the fire train. So it is Holy. He did switch it back to Holy BS, meow. The accelerated aid on that Apotheosis. Love to see it. Going in healing mode with this BS. All right. Gold Magistrate, put all your money on Shydell. Well, nice. I like that you have faith in the guy who, this is like his first game that he's playing. I keep joking about that. I know he has played some of his games off calendar. But his first couple games were forfeits. He kept coming into main court and being frustrated that no one would play against him. No, you're not going to lose all your money. Necessarily. Are you, Magistrate? Are you watching that game right now? Are things not going well for Shydell? Uh-oh. You don't like how it's looking, eh? We'll take stock of that. You know, in the top 16, there's only so many games that are getting played, right? So depending on how we're feeling after this stream, maybe we'll go back and check out replays of a couple of the games. Fire's only game plan is to get full Virelia set up and hope that it's enough. Okay, meow. Maybe it's enough? I mean, he can kind of open with this Nemia. Time for all this BS buffing to go off, see what kind of buffs we can get here. A lot of damage buffs on that Virelia, but not Moby buffs. Buff, you consider that a waifu box? Oh, you just mean the picks. Okay, because Defteros has 2 more men than Fire's. I mean, Fire's box is close to meta. Hugo just made some tea to drink while watching the match. Yeah, I'm starting this stream off thirsty, and tea talk is not making me any less thirsty. I think I'm gonna have to quickly visit the fridge. Gotta quickly visit the fridge and see what's in there. I just got back from holiday, so my studio fridge is not fully stocked. It might be slim pickings. Let's take it quick. Wait. I'm still here. Just have to move the Dober can. Good lord. Alright, we're back. I still have like 2 cans of this. The Oreo Coke Zero. Little tiny cans, little baby cans. Kong's face for scale. This will be enough to slake the old thirst until I have a chance to pour myself a real beverage. Alright. Well, that's pretty good, actually, from the tiny can. You guys find that pop from a can just has that nice, crispier taste than from a bottle or a fountain? Love a good canned pop. Defteros is just going to hang out. We get the accelerated aid on Amir. Defteros with slightly slower team, being kind of anchored back here by that Lightbringer. I don't know that he's necessarily going to want to give Fires the initiative, per se. You know, let Fires be the one who opens up the proceedings with the Nemia and the Virelia. He does have some healing with this Holy BS, some healing with the Lightbringer as well. And of course, it's not like Fires is running an actual full AoE team either. So yeah, we'll see how this unfolds. How are things going on the Twitch side? Twitch is being really quirky for me today. I think it's just not showing me the ad, which makes sense. They don't want their advertisers thinking that they're making all kinds of good eyeball value time off the streamer themselves. Hey, this Tiana is currently in assassin mode. As her guarded target is 3-4 spaces away. Fires has some thinking time. King's Crown on the Virelia. We have some nice Nemia tiles here as well to set up some more Virelia buffage. Thing is, if Virelia goes in, well, I guess she can't go in right now, but Fire still has turn prio. But if Virelia goes in and Defteros can just heal off her damage, I don't know, how often does that happen? I never really got Virelia'd myself. I more did the Virelia in ladder at least. But like, if Defteros weathers the storm, then you just kill the Virelia and the rest of the game is alright. So yeah, I guess it really hinges on what Meow was saying earlier, is if the Virelia, stacking up the Virelia is enough to tip the scales. So we're gonna get a little opener here from Nemia. Literally just on that Tiana. Fires Tiana. Oh, Defteros has turn priority. Okay, we must have had an act again. So this Tiana is far enough away from Nemia that it's also not guarding. Okay, so here comes the Assassin Tiana from Defteros' side. Plenty of sweet, sweet targets. Tiana just going for the Nemia, which is fine. I mean, it's one of Fire's big deeps. I actually really like Tiana as a unit, you know? People say that she's really complex and they don't really know how she works, which, you know, is partly true. She does a bunch of different things, but I like that about her. I like mechanical units. Not like robots, although I do like those too, but I mean, I like units that have a lot of interesting gameplay mechanics or tactical options. Well, this Tiana's guarded target is dead. It's too bad she doesn't get super mad like Andrio. Defteros using that Vial accessory on Lightbringer. Interesting. Alright, there's some Moby buff on that drill, yeah? +3 mobility. Yeah, if she even lives this turn. Yeah, we have a couple of bridges to cross before we come to the idea of Virelia killing an entire team. So no act again from Eshin for a few turns. Couple turns. But at the start of next turn, theoretically, who's gonna go in and kill her? Yami says Tiana is one of the most Strategic Masters units not in Strategic Masters. Yeah, I think there's a reason for that. One of the things about Strategic Masters is a lot of their units don't have like the breadth of tactical mechanics that Tiana has. Instead, they have more, usually they have more like one central gimmick that they need like certain things to happen in order to fully pull off their kit gimmick. Or at least that's what it seemed like in the past few seasons of like Strategic Masters not feeling great. Lonebird would know better than us as a dedicated Strategic Masters main. Old Magistrate, did you bet like 12 tickets or what? You're talking about becoming rich off that Scheidel game. Freekong had like 13 tickets just sitting there. I forget who I used them on. I don't usually pay too much attention to betting consistently on Freekong because I had like 250 million gold from basically all my units being already built, so I didn't really have anything to spend gold on. I spent a bunch on Leaden in that acquiring Leaden video that I posted over Christmas. I like that new hat. Okay, Eshin's coming in to start. Is this presumably to block the Emir? mean, we get a straight-up stun and kill on Lightbringer. Killing the first life was pretty clutch, because it means she's going to be stunned in Fog next turn. So that'll take care of her next life. Okay, Mir's just going to go up against this Eshin. Not get the kill. Close. I mean, he had to use both attacks. He does get the kill through her revive regardless. So yeah, Fires will get to open this turn with Virelia, presumably. There's no reason to wait, really. Yeah, here it comes. Lightbringer's toast. So the question is, who else will this kill? Fire's leaving us in anticipation. Oh, that's not a lot of damage. That's not a lot of damage. Oh, wow, okay, everyone lives. Now we have an opportunity to fully heal back from that and kill that Virelia. I think Fires has to throw in the towel here. I mean, even if you're counting on maybe just like your Tiana doing something against their team after Lightbringer dies, you've got Apotheosis with a revive, you've got an Emir that you really can't do anything about. Anything. Yeah, swing and a miss. I mean, it was worth trying. Like Meow said, after Pick and Ban, that was pretty much Fire's only play. That's just a shame that it did not do too much. But yeah, basically everyone being above 30% after that. Gotta be disappointing. This is the reason Meow tuned in for this game. He's a cold-hearted feline. Alright, Horse just paving the way ahead. Catching one lonesome little Horse Breeze. Is this just going to be Chris AoE? Oh, she doesn't have AoE. She's... Oh, this is just a Tiana attack, I see. That's worth it. That gives Tiana an act again as well. Yeah. But what's Tiana's play here? Just try to take one life of many off this Emir? Tank and counter kill all of Defteros' units? What do we think? There's still hope, Fires. You got this. Oh, let's get more comfortable here. So now that all of Fire's actions are taken up, Defteros can get some healing in. Fires will, of course, still have turn priority, but he'll be attacking into a 100% HP Emir. This will be a dead horse. Oh, there goes Lightbringer. Alright, Fires, you've got like 6 unit lives to go through right now. Horse is back. I should really add my one clip of me saying horse from the Should You Summon video to my soundboard here. So whenever I want to say horse on stream, I can just press the button and it'll use that same clip. That's actually a good idea, Rice Crew. Instead of putting it on my little stream deck to press a button to say horse, I should just put it in the redeems and let you guys choose when to say horse. We need to get some more actual Kong recordings in those redeems instead of just Langrisser voice clips. So this is going to be Tiana on Tiana violence. Does not get the kill, and that's enough for Fires to throw in the towel. Let's go check out some other games during this brief intermission. Let's see. Scheidel already took a game off Frutilla. Zanson and Sicarus are still in game 1. Whoa, there's a butt. Hi, Smalls. Oh, hello. Would you bring a toy? You brought a toy? That's so nice. Kazgau Valabar still in game 1. Jayden WindSeeker still in game 1. Trinhuv, Pay the Toll still in game 1. Oh, Pay the Toll has already taken a game off Cool, though. Back to Fire's game. Did you leave? You brought me a toy and then you left? Okay, bye. Jeez. Fickle. All right. Fires brings up Liana. Fires is going to be playing as player 2 here on Hidden Gorge. We're going to see, you know, the Enya bans, the Bright Summoner picks, the usual stuff. She seems to be on a quest. I can hear stuff getting knocked around up there. Usually not a good sign. Although, if it was the older dog, that would not be a good sign. But with Applesauce, that probably means she's just finding toys. She's pretty good. First pick Eshin. Often see that for player 2. Fires is going to need to get a carry of some kind. AO's an interesting pick, because I don't think Defteros is going to be trying to rush, and Emir doesn't really care about AO. I mean, maybe this was insurance against the captain pick? So that's really thinking ahead. I haven't watched back enough of Defteros' games to see if he relies on this captain in previous games. If it's that scary, ban it. I'd be banning it. Captain scares me. As someone who played a lot of Rush without Captain this season. Okay, we got Ice. Ice is AO'able. Alright, the big AoEs that Ice can really enable. Getting banned here now. And third pick, Nemia. Fires really likes that Nemia. I would think, like, an Emir would have been a good pick there. Really, anything that, yeah, Defteros wants to pick here. Tiana's a good pick. Apotheosis would have been fine there, too. And easy enough to pick up a Tyrantel last pick, which I wouldn't be surprised to see Defteros go with. Seems unlikely that Fires is going to pick Lightbringer last. Maybe if he's left with her for last. But I mean, it's not like Isolde's bad. Maybe he doesn't want the Tyrant as much just because the Nemia here risks one-shotting it. So we're seeing an all-in offenses Defteros pick and ban here. Act again on Fire's side. 2 player 2 act agains with a couple of long-range units that can be pulled ahead or pulled into position by AO. Potentially pretty threatening for Fires. But again, kind of a similar problem that we had in Game 1, is even if he opens with a nice big AoE, he needs to be able to follow up with enough impact to get through Emir. Or Isolde, or Tiana, you know what I mean? Like, he needs to be able to AoE through those huge units, which is tough. So we will eagerly await both these players finalizing their positioning, their troop and skill selection. Fire's making sure that he knows what skills are on these units after Meow messed with his box. Top 16 is always fun. It'll be interesting if Pay the Toll wins against Trinhuv and Cool, because that will mean Pay the Toll will have to play himself in the top 8 tomorrow. That said, I don't think it's super likely for him to beat Trinhuv. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't have enough faith in Pay the Toll. Pay the Toll, my latest channel subscriber. I should not be bad-mouthing him. That's not really bad-mouthing, that's just speculation about the games. So it is a full AoE AO here. We got Black Hole instead of Teleport. Black Hole here as well. So these are all loaded up, primed, and ready to go blast. Fires likes to set up those tiles. Butterflies on the Tiana and the ice. How are you doing over here? Oh, we know this is Compass already, because we saw the Compass proc against Lightbringer in Game 1. Looks like Mistcord is streaming their group pick ban games. So normal Apex has already lost its luster at this point in the season. All the hat procs. Hat on BS is an interesting choice because she does get many opportunities to pass that hat around. Shuffle AoE with Nemia. Nemia doesn't really have a shuffle. You mean swap? Swap ahead? Yeah. Defteros sees it coming though, spreading out big time over here. Hide that Isolde. Yeah, I agree with that, Meow. Lina doesn't mind something like that if, like, you're sending a sacrificial lamb in. Like, if he sends in... Oh, okay. Act again on the Liana. Is that just to... I don't know what that is. To get her buff up this turn and cool down Act again a little bit? YouTube chat chiming in with the news. Valabar takes one from Kazgau. Interesting. Kazgau was the favorite in the betting in that game, but I think Valabar had the better chance of beating Kazgau. Kazgau gets a lot of love because he's a streamer, but Valabar, I don't want to say Valabar is underrated because Valabar is just a really strong, solid player and has been for a long time. I put my bet tickets on Valabar. Alright, well, Lina got angry from this hit on Eshin's waist. Risky. Okay, so that AA was for Liana, buff on Lina. Giving Defteros tons of time to get spread out here before actually pulling the trigger with this Nemia AO Lina play. Yeah, that's right, Meow, unless Fires intends to send Lina first. Maybe he intends to send Lina first and then swap to Lina with AO? Knowing that Nemia can't reach? I'm gonna use my last ad snooze. It's funny that Twitch only lets you do a couple of those. I'm using my last one just because I don't want an ad to come up right as Fires is executing his master plan. So this is Defteros' final action for turn 1. That means we're going to get to see a few actions in a row from Fires, and let's see what he can make of it. Okay, so Defteros Ice bringing his entire team to the far north corner to huddle around and hide. So if Fires is not able to even reach to execute this plan, Defteros has a slight advantage in terms of being able to counterattack. Okay, so Nemia's gonna go ahead. That AoE was literally just to throw tiles down. That's all it was for. She can move ahead to give AO a better position to swap to. Okay, moves up. I don't even know if Lina can reach now, can she? At least AO can throw down like a black hole on this team. Demir will be unfazed by this. Heal block on the ice. That is not super bad for Defteros. Okay, this reaches most units. Not the Chris. Again, not super bad. What's the follow-up? I guess a black hole from Lina? Can he just kill Lina? Can't reach. Still going. Ymir never stops. Never stopping Ymir. Oh, if he kills this Lina too. Oh, she lives. Okay, so she can do something. I almost feel like, is it worth it? Fire's just pulling back and double single targeting this Ymir down? Or can Tiana run ahead and guard him? I guess maybe your Eshin can just come do it. He's got this debuff that's blocking his Redeemer's Revive right now. Yeah, that's the thing. Does he go Lina first before Lina dies? Like, come up here, drop another black hole on the rest of his team to cripple them even more? He may be distracted by this low-hanging fruit. Okay, good, he's not. He's got a big explosion. Doesn't kill anyone other than Horse. We got a few debuffs going. She's still heal block. Yeah, Chris can kind of bring the rest of this team back from the brink here. This heal block should be dispellable. Got some smoldering terrain. Ruins, it's called. Ruins. Ice just goes for the pop kill on the Lina. That's fine. AO clone will come back here next turn. Well, now I don't think Fires really has the ability to get in to do anything interesting other than kill this immunity. Dropping King's Crown on Nemia in the meantime makes sense. Run back to hide. Unfortunately for Fires, though, his big AoE weapons are down, so Defteros can kind of regroup from this. Yeah, she does have aim up right now. Here comes the lady who's going to be winning this game for Defteros. Slowly creeping forward. Ready and willing, waiting for buffs. Alright, I'm going to stop moving the map around so much now. Just keep checking stuff. Let's see what this Nemia's plan is. She does use aim. Overwrite some of the icy tiles. Just going for a kill on the Sovereign. See, the thing is, now that Nemia's toast, and we've got essentially an Eshin versus Isolde game. And Isolde with support. So Defteros has a full healer here, as well as someone who can guard for Isolde. There's no real low-hanging fruit for this clone to go after. Pulls the Tiana forward, which is kind of funny. That gets her away from BS, so if you do want a 3C, it'll be all on one unit. I don't think a clone 3C kills these, though. Heal block. Yeah, no. No kill on the Tiana, but Tiana is pretty fucked right now. Super debuffed. Heal blocked, silenced. What can you do about that, BS? You don't even have any of your skills up, but you do have a kill the clone skill. And of course Isolde's down here as well. This Eshin can reach. Eshin can still reach. Not going for it. Is Act Again back? It is. Okay, that should fully stack up the Isolde. Yeah, I mean, he's gonna try something, though. Eshin, act again. Eshin, are you gonna kill this Isolde? No shield on Isolde. She's fully stacked. BS can really only pass passive buffs like that hat. She's going for it. It's your only hope. Stun. Rag. Dead. Did she not have run to terrain? She wanted to run into range of Liana to act again. Alright. This is an interesting game now. Chris kills regardless, eh? Start with horse to, or do you use horse to kill the revive? No, you have to go with horse. Horse is going to be a supportive horse. Basically trying to get as many debuffs off this Tiana as possible. Oh, Liana not able to get the kill. Barely. All Tiana really had to do there was chip the last rights up. She has her skills up though, so maybe she can kill BS. Oh, is that the plan? Rag pops the first life of this Tiana, and then proper Eshin kills the second life? Easily. Does BS just double tap this, though? First life with BS, second life with horse? I don't really know holy BS thresholds, so there's first life. Presumably horse can just horse this. Oh, horse can't horse it. Horse can't horse it, giving Fires the opportunity to fully heal that Eshin with the Liana, and then Eshin can do Eshin stuff. Well, Traveling Sheep, thank you for traveling back here to this channel to talk about your rank 1 Cherie. Welcome back. You stopped playing years ago. Does that mean you're still not playing, or have you started up again? You're just here to enjoy Apex for a brief time. So, Fires takes the win in Game 2 as Player 2. Interesting. Waiting for the defeated player to select order. Firesrequiem is going to be Player 1. Defteros Player 2 on Cape of Sorrow. Let us see what we have for sidebox changes. Fires as Player 1, I would expect to see him swap this Liana back out for Celica. And we may see some Player 2 compensation on Defteros' side as well. Often that will take the form of putting a Liana or some other kind of defensive unit in. Fires already has this beloved Nemia. He loves this Nemia. And it's a good Nemia map. So he's already got her there. Not sure what Defteros will do. We may see a Liana. And I think we'll see Fires drop his. Oh yeah, so Defteros brings up the defensive lords, Christian and Rosenseal. And we dropped the Lena and the Liana and brought up... it wasn't Celica? We brought up Z2 and someone else. Shidel 1. Gold Magistrate, you're rich. Let us know when you check your mail how much gold that was worth. Oh, ham. Yeah. I read this as choose to ham instead of choose to ban, and it's right above ham's face. 1.9 mil. Not bad. Not bad for 6 tickets. Okay. Good little return. Shidel can be proud of himself for advancing to the top 8. I think that's his best result so far. While this pick and ban is progressing, let's just go take a quick look at the status of the other games. We'll be back, Fires, don't worry. Now that we've got some drama going on. So yeah, Shidel beat Frutilla 2-1. Zanson beat Sycris 2-0. Kind of expected that. Pay the Toll beat Cool 2-0. Trinhuv is 1 game up on other Pay the Toll, so the Pay the Toll versus Pay the Toll match seems like it may be a long shot. WindSeeker is 1 game up on Jayden. I like to see that. And Valabar did defeat Kazgau 2-0, so that is my... I only had 2 tickets on Valabar, so it's not like I'm going to be rich. I know it's going to be less than 1.9 million. These guys were even in betting. Yeah, exactly, Hugo. Usually first ban. Fortunately, there are only 8 matchups, so we'll be able to go through the games if we want and see exactly how many of those games she's first banned. Probably all of them. I can see someone like Cool not first banning her because he likes to do unorthodox stuff. In a good way. Today's Saturday, isn't it? Oh, there's another whole day of this. Another whole day of this! Okay, Fires, I'm liking this. Fire's going with more of a single target comp this time. We got the Isolde, we got the Andy. Defteros does get the second pick, Eshin. Also gets the Emir. This is scary too. Yeah, the second pick, Eshin. So what was he scared of there? AO and Ice. Instead of Eshin. Ham versus Apotheosis, 4th picks. Fire's banning 2 tanks. Leaving up Virelia with Eshin. I'd be very shocked to see Defteros go with this Rosenseal. Yeah, and Mac, the right pick there, I think. Shidel is in main court asking how to beat Q. Versus Boots Ham, probably, you're saying. Yeah, do you think Fires is going to try to open with a Ham play? I mean, Defteros probably just brings guard on the Emir as well. Yeah, Ham front and center. He's gonna have physical guard on that Emir for sure. Yeah. Revive, revive, revive. Revive. He doesn't have his revive up yet, but he is being guarded. Surely Fires is gonna notice that. I've seen players not notice that before and charge in, get overly excited about their ham play, charge in, and then realize that they're attacking into a guarded unit. Couldn't be me! Guard ignore on the Mac, at least. Yep. Tough one for Fires. Fires is thinking. He's like, we can't do this ham play, can we? What do we do instead? What's the backup plan? Just do BS stuff like usual. Well, I know I said I would watch some matches after this, but I've got some barbecue chicken on the go. After 7 p.m. now, and I'm kinda hungry for barbecue chicken, to be honest. I wonder if Ozma's planning on streaming Waifu Wars tonight. They're starting a new season, and he usually does like a scrim stream before the season starts, so that's potentially tonight, maybe tomorrow? Snip Diddy loves this game? Well, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat, Snip. This is a good mobile game. The PvP is very engaging. Back to Amir's side. Faithful Virelia. Yeah, the PvE is also good. One thing that's nice, especially given that like it's a 6-year-old game, is that there's so much PvE. I've played other mobile games where it's like, even as a new player, you kind of get through the stuff and just get into the churn and the grind of dailies. But this game has so many different little modes and different little things to do that you can feel like you're making progress on one thing, and then you always have like another goal, like another thing to tackle. I really like that feeling. Okay, it's ham time. Wow, he is going in with ham right now. Is this literally just an apotheosis attempt? It was an apotheosis attempt. That is not going to even kill Amir's first life. His ham's toast now. Pretty toast. Defteros playing patient and correct. and going for the sword first, not getting overly exuberant to go for the sword buff ham kill. But he can do that now with Apotheosis Act again. Are you going to transform your Apotheosis and get his revive up? I mean, theoretically, Max coming in at the start of next turn. Super dead. So Andy's mad. Actually, yeah, that kind of screws Fire's turn priority for this turn too, because now Andy is active. Was that part of your plan, Fires? I mean, you befriended Watham on purpose. Moves up 1 square. And now Defteros gets to go. Okay. Yeah, Rice Crew, it's good. I mean, people like Snip Diddy say the PvP is overwhelming. Definitely overwhelming for... literally overwhelming for newer players. There's a whole bunch of players out there who just don't like the idea of synchronous, competitive multiplayer. Like when you're literally playing a game against someone in real time. There's something about that idea of like knowing that someone's at the other end of the keyboard waiting for you to take your action, and then that they're doing something to react to your action in real time. A lot of people don't like that, or they're like nervous about it. So I know a lot of people who just don't get into Apex or PvP because of that sentiment. But yeah, I mean, I've never played a game or a mobile game as good as this one, as fully like robust as this one. Even the ones made by this company, they've released new games that have tried to measure up to this, and failed in many respects. Oh well, gotta credit them for trying, I guess. It's just funny how they're constantly, like, taking resources of labor and whatnot away from Langrisser to try to develop other games, and it's like, you could be using that labor for the game that's actually making you tons of money. But I think they know it won't last forever, so they're just hoping to get another game off the ground that can last them for like another 6 years. WindSeeker takes both games off Jayden. Nice. Wow, oh, that's interesting. So that's another champ off the table. WindSeeker potentially has a chance. That means tomorrow's games are going to be pretty tough. So we're going to have Valabar against WindSeeker. That's a tough game. And then we're going to have either Trinhuv or Pay the Toll against Pay the Toll. That's going to be a good game. Although if it's just Pay the Toll again versus Trinhuv, that's kind of like a rematch of tonight's game. So we'll see. We'll take another look at the brackets once we get out of here. So from Scheidel asking how to beat Q, I take it that means it would be Scheidel versus Q at the top of this bracket, and then Zanson versus the winner of this. WindSeeker, I was going to say Windsweeper. That'd be a funny thing for him to change his name to. Windsweeper swept Jayden masterfully. Okay, Zuka, we'll definitely have to check that game out after. It's funny, because that was the game that I originally started streaming here, and then the people overwhelmingly voted to watch Fires instead. We'll go back and catch that Windsweeper game. Okay, Horse Gaming. Defteros team is still fully functional. Horse Breeze on Andrio. And he's angry. So you can ignore guard, but none of the prime targets are up here. Like, I guess he wants to kill, well, like Meow said at the start, these guys all have revives too, so that's somewhat frustrating for Fires. Hey, Leo Smart, welcome to the stream. Thank you. When I say thank you for any mustache compliments, I have to do this. Thank you, Leo. Thank you indeed. Were you streaming a game tonight, Leo? I didn't see you post in main cord, but maybe you post your links after your streams. Okay, so Andy is going to come in. Like I said, he can guard ignore on these units, but they do have revives. So there is the first life off Eshin. Okay, and then he gets behind enemy lines and manages to kill the Chris as well. So that is basically Andrio, though. Like, one life off Eshin and a dead Chris. Is that good enough? I guess it kind of is if you're building up this Isolde back here. Mac, also a threat. Andy baits Amir out of position here. That's not awful for Defteros, though. Alright, friends, who got some free Amazon Prime Twitch subs to burn off after Christmas? Anyone get any Twitch money for Christmas? Feel free to throw in some support for good old Kong in the new year. Start 2025 off on the right foot. We've got lots of content coming up this year. In addition to Apex, I mean, we've got the rest of the playoffs, which is just another 2 weeks. We are going to have some Waifu Wars content coming up very soon. And then, of course, regular season of Apex is coming up as well. So we are going to be on it, streaming. We're going to be streaming some non-Lang stuff as well. Earlier today, I was working on the Bloodstained Curse of the Moon boss rush, which I'm not good enough at to do without getting killed yet, but putting some time into that. So yeah, we shall see. We shall see. Lots of content coming up in 2025 for y'all's eyeballs. I mean, everyone's welcome to come and consume the content, whether you subscribe or not. But, you know, subs are always well appreciated. Alverny, welcome to the stream. You managed to make it barely, just in time. I think we're going to watch the Windsweeper games after this, so you will have some games to check out. Oh, unfortunately, this Mac picked off by Eshin before he has a chance to do anything. Honestly, I think that seals it for Defteros here. Isolde is scary, but I don't know if she's scary enough to fully carry Fire's team against this. Maybe. Fires has to make it work somehow. That's his plan now. He also only has one will right now. He'll be getting another one here. But then he's got to wait for that third one. Is he hoping to get it? Now? I mean, he'll get a kill there, but that doesn't proc a third will, right? You need to get a kill with the 3C to proc your third will. So that was just a kill. 2 wills, 1 kills. Defteros can kind of combo that down now. That's literally Fire's win con. He can come in with Virelia and just like pop the shield off it, and then kill it with Apotheosis. What do you got, Apotheosis? Yeah. Wait. You got it. Yeah, you do have Sanction. The word agglomeration is awesome. So it's time to agglomerate this shield off Isolde. Ooh! Apotheosis barely has to do anything now. He can literally throw Apotheosis to the wolves. Isolde down. Defteros still has a fully juiced up Emir here. And that is a LLR Demon Bright Summoner. Fires can't do anything against this. Yep, Fires with the thank you emote. He's throwing in the towel, calling it here. Fires, respect to you, brother, making it to the top 16. Good to see it. Excellent games, and we do have now Zanson versus Defteros matchup for tomorrow. Q versus Skull Dice. Valabar versus Windsweeper. And this Trinhuv match is still on, so let's tune in for it. We'll watch the live games. We'll always watch the live games before we go back and watch the replays. Okay, so we have Trinhuv with a dead Jace. Jace, it looks like, okay, all he did was go in and throw down a Vortex, but it cost him his life. Pay the toll with Lost Him in the action. Lost Him, Celica, Mac. Okay, that Vortex is not going to be too helpful. I mean, I guess the damage is helpful for someone like Captain coming in and cleaning up. We also have Ice back here for cleanup. So, I mean, just because Jace is dead doesn't mean Trin's out of the action. Although, from the looks of things, Trinhuv has used like 2 or 3 minutes of backup time thinking about this next action here. So let's see, what is Trinhuv's follow-up going to be to that Jace maneuver? This is the second player that we've seen tonight who has the new bottle accessory on Lightbringer. Passive healing accessory. You know, Freekong could use a bunch of these. Next banner that comes around, equipment banner that Freekong's allowed to summon on, we're going to be summoning for 5 bottles. Okay, Ice, are you going to move ahead with Lightbringer and Captain? I don't see a butterfly there. I guess maybe the butterfly was already burned off by Jace. But she doesn't need Compass to be able to stun this. She has Mass Resist, but she hasn't used it yet, and we know she's not on Bond of Arashi, so she is stunnable right now. If Trinhuv pulls her ahead, then Eshin could stun it. Compass is potentially useful on him as well, because it would allow him to get his stuns through Bond of Arashi with his 3C. But again, as we've said, not needed in this game, no Bond of Arashi on this light. Pay the Toll is trying to keep this Eshin action up, or after, whatever Trinhuv does with one of these units. So that he'll have some way of retaliating. Well, that's the end of that very tiny Orioko. Okay, he is going to bring up Captain and Lightbringer. Pretty much has to go from there, because otherwise Captain will be too far behind to be pulled ahead. Ooh, and it's a Vile Weaver on the Sovereign of the Ice. That's not super shocking. I mean, I have Vile Weaver on mine as well. It's usually more for, like, pure AoE plays. AoE Rush would definitely do it, where all you care about is blasting as many debuffs on the enemy as possible. It hurts your overall int, so it makes it less likely for Ice to be able to, like, clean up with single target, for example. Oh, it's got Butterfly on as well, so, you know, kill potential, overall damage potential fairly low, but she's really just here for utility, get lots of freezing, move your team around. The Vortex does make it difficult for Pay the Toll to spread his team out and avoid this Captain AoE. Because whatever he does, he's getting sucked back into the middle there. Although that said, thanks to Celica, this team is mostly full right. So really all Trinhuv has here now is Captain. What can Captain do against this full 5-man team? My little ears are cold. What can you do, Captain, against this full 5-man team? Fry 4 people. Get your AA. How many kills? 0? Oh, even the Lostum survives. They all get their little Bernie stacks, though. She has Bernie stacks, too. Captain's pretty done. I mean, he has a revive, but he's way away from guard. His skills are used. Are those Bernie stacks going to be enough to carry the game for Trinhuv? This is sudden death, too. This is overtime. Whoever wins this game advances. If Skill Issue wins this game, it's literally Pay the Toll versus Pay the Toll in this bracket tomorrow. If Trinhuv wins, then it's a rematch of this game tomorrow with Trinhuv against Pay the Toll's other account. So good things happening on the right bracket. I can smell that barbecue chicken just calling my name. Barbecue chicken. But I want to watch the Windsweeper games before I go. act again on the Celica, which will allow him to get his team a little bit healed back up. Well, a lot healed back up. He's got Prayer here, and he can double cast it. Oh, not Trin. Pay the toll. Skill Issue has 2 accounts in top 16. Q had 2 accounts in top 16 too on the other side, and they were already matched against each other tonight. So is Q versus Q tonight? Potentially Pay the Toll versus Pay the Toll tomorrow. Alright, so now after that big Captain burst, Pay the Toll's entire team is at 100%. Captain's done. Ice can use her freezing AoE next turn. So that's something. Next turn, this turn. This is the turn that just started. And then all Trin has left is an Isolde back here in the back line. Captain's got 2 turns before anything's going on with his AoEs again. We got 1 freeze, and then a single target skill. Lightbringer that's not immune to stun, unless she casts Mass Resist. Like, she could move forward and cast Mass Resist, but the thing is, I mean, I guess she could do it from here. She doesn't want to hog up a good spot for Ice to cast her freeze. This wants to freeze from a good position. So these guys are on the fog. That means that that can't become ice terrain. So they can't get double popped with the freeze and be stunned in the fog. Isolde going to go for the double kill on Lostum. Gets it. That nets her free will, of course. And she's under guard. Good damage on the Mac. Pay the Toll can't really get his units under guard by moving this Lightbringer because she'll be moved back here. So that's not the guard ignore, that's just his normal 3C. Oh, he already used the guard ignore. Here it is right here. I'm just trying to see if he has a way to nip this ice before she does her ice thing. Okay, Mass Resist, that's one way of preemptively anti-icing, so you guys aren't going to be able to be stunned now. Yeah, Trin just moving his guard up. Still not stun immune. No Mass Resist yet. So this Eshin could 3C it. Ooh, the fixed damage takes out the Isolde! The AoE from this, he may not be stunnable, but the AoE from this will clear the fog at least. Oh, not going for it. Just going for a single target kill on the Celica. Doesn't get it. As we were just discussing, with her with both Butterfly and Vile Weaver, it really reduces her single target power. And we saw the consequences of that right there. Not able to single target kill that Celica. If that was Nightbloom, even if it was just Nightbloom and still on Butterfly, that's a kill. She can bring herself back up into guard range. Yeah, that's exactly what she's gonna do. So now she's guarded, fully healed. Eshin still a threat. Captain just has normal attacks, so he would have to normal attack. Well, he can't normal attack into these now because they're all in fog. Is the fog just adjacent? It looks like it's one ring, so they would all be fogged right now. That means Captain can't really do anything. I mean, he can reach to single target attack into the Eshin. He's just gonna hang. Sarah McKnight, welcome to Langrisser tier. Joining channel membership live on stream. Love to see it. Thank you for joining. And that's a good reminder for me to update my alerts for when people join channel membership on stream. We just had a little default bouncing happy guy there. That's fine, but it could be a Seal Guardian. A Seal Guardian would be slightly better. I am very interested in what Pay the Toll's plan is for this Eshin, because it seems to me like you stun the Lightbringer. But maybe he's worried that if he does that from like here or here, he gets sucked back into the center of the vortex where he'll be out of guard range. And maybe he doesn't want to leave her out of guard range. But who's gonna kill her? This thing has used up its single target potential. So yeah, he gets to do it from over here. It's outside of the Vortex's threat. It's in the fog, which means Trinhuv's next action basically has to be AoE from this ice. The other thing about Trin, though, is all you've got is a stunned tank and Captain with no skills. And an ice whose AoE is not going to freeze this team. I mean, you really have no choice about what to do first. But I don't see Trinhuv beating Pay the Toll here. Snip, did I beat this guy? Maybe I've beaten Trinhuv once in a scrim several seasons ago. I've never played Pay the Toll. But this game is currently live. This is not a replay. So, no stuns, no kills with that AoE. Pay the Toll is going to be able to, honestly, mess some stuff up with any of these units. Playing a little patient. Getting healed up first. Yeah, Toll. I mean, Toll's team has been really indomitable in terms of after every action Trinhuv takes, Pay the Toll's team is at 100% every time. Captain running back to safety, trying desperately to get some space, some time to get his AoEs back. I don't know, if it didn't work the first time, I really don't see it working this time either. Last week, yeah, Snip, last week I got eliminated. I was playing, geez, I don't even remember who I was playing against now. Oh, I played against Gall. Gall's a really good player. But he took me out on the Saturday. So I finished top 64, which I think I finished top 64 a couple times now, but I've never made it past top 64. But it doesn't really help when, like, I wasn't in the studio for those games, so the whole time I was home, I was either not playing and someone covered for me, or I was playing on, like, a little laptop at my mom's dinner table while a roast was being served to me, like, beside the Apex game. So, not to say I would have beaten Gaul in better conditions, but if you're trying to actually pay attention to a competitive game, in the middle of a roast dinner is not the best time for that. Okay, so Lightbringer goes down. This ice is super in danger. Yeah, that's a good point, Snip. That's a good point. I mean, beating Gaul and then having a big delicious roast would have been, you know, the best of both worlds, but I'm more satisfied with a home-cooked roast than, like, 500 crystals from Apex rewards. Let's just say that. Alright, so, I mean, all of Trin's eggs are now in the captain basket. We saw what happened on turn 1. He was not quite able to kill anyone, including Lostum, so even if he pops off here on this whole team with double AoE right now... I mean, Mac has a revive. That's not promising. Hey, the Toll can just hang out. Heal up, hang out around his tank. Captain has no skills. Alright, and then that's it. Wow. Let's take a look at the brackets. This is kind of hilarious. Pay the Toll versus Pay the Toll tomorrow. No real reason to watch that game because it's going to be a forfeit. Let's just say Pay the Toll is not going to play himself live. So don't bet on that game tomorrow. It's Sarah94 with the 1-month sub. Thank you for subbing on Twitch. And enjoy your Seal Guardian for reals this time. Bubblegum, welcome to the chat. So other than Toll versus Toll tomorrow, which won't happen, basically Pay the Toll will fight against the winner of Valabar and WindSeeker in the top 4. That's awesome for Pay the Toll. Q versus Skull Dice tomorrow. Zanson versus Defteros. If I have to give my honest, like, initial gut feelings about who wins those games without going back and watching their matches, I'd say Q historically probably has a better chance of beating Skull Dice here. Zanson probably has a better chance of beating Defteros, which sets us up for a Q versus Zanson quarterfinal. And then on this side, I think Valabar versus WindSeeker would normally be a really close match. Like, that'll be a really good one to watch. That said, we're not dealing with WindSeeker here. We're dealing with WindSweeper. So if the WindSeeker that fought against Jayden today shows up against Valabar tomorrow, maybe I give the edge to WindSeeker. So we'd have Q versus Zanson in the quarters, and then WindSeeker versus Pay the Toll in the quarters. I'm not going to speculate further than that on like who's going to win each of those matches, but let's pop into this WindSeeker game real quick, just to see how this played out. Let's just see how this plays out. So yeah, more first bans of Enya. Sorry about that, Hugo. And no doubt, first picks of BS. Yeah. WindSeeker high picks the Christian. Gets the Tiana as well. We've still got a Lanford in play here. Whoa. Whoa. Christian as well. Christian and Lanford and BS. So this is a little bit less crazy aggressive than what we saw Fires playing. Like, Fires was playing the same, like, ban Enya, pick BS, pick Varelia line, but with no tanks, really. So both of these players are playing double tank, Tiana, BS, kind of like one main carry. More or less. More or less than one. Let's take a real quick look at skills. Whoa. Why'd you shrink? Okay, okay. We do have a butterfly on this Christian. I don't hate it. Butterfly on Tiana. Pretty normal. Let's go. Knowing that Windsweeper wins both these games, does that reduce the dramatic tension? Or we're interested in seeing how it happened? Jayden's always been a tough opponent. Oh, that's the Conjurers with the EOL skin. Yeah, that's pretty much the meta, Hugo. That's like the way you're supposed to play, or it's the way China played during this meta. And let's be real. Some of the people playing in this round have lots of experience from playing this meta in China a few months ago. So they would know these pick and ban lines, they'd be familiar with them. Yeah, thank you, Sarah, for coming over and doubling down. YouTube and Twitch with the double whammy. Tyrantel Mark on the Isolda. Gets the horse Tenyo Breeze on BS herself. That's not awful. I mean, I know she can jump to horse, but I do find all this breeze fishing with Holy BS to be quite funny. So Jace runs in, throws the Vortex down. Yeah, I mean, Holy is really the more versatile, more reliable class for BS for meta playoff, like best of 3 matches. Mage BS was pretty popular this season in Global, but more so for ladder, where you can kind of get the jump on your opponent and surprise them with more of a rush attack. Ooh, very clean one-shot kill on the first life of that Christian with Tiana. I'm gonna know to try that next season. Even though I'm not a whale, I'm pretty confident my Tiana is decently well built. I'm not a whale, but I'm a time whale, which means I've been playing consistently since day one. So I have lots of good enchants, I have lots of good investment. Okay, Jace going back in with this Guard Ignore thanks to the Vortex. Easy kill on the Isolda. And that is one of Jayden's carries down. In fact, the other carry now is Virelia AoEs, because he doesn't... Well, actually, did he? I forget. Did he bring Guard Ignore on the Lantern? Yeah. Yeah. He should. Christian is the tank here. We could have waited one action and had our question answered for us. So Lanford assassinates the Jace. That one is just for you, Rice Crew. So Tiana gets the Act again from attacking as someone else, and then uses the Act again to polish off the Lanford, which means now Jayden's only weapon literally is that Virelia. Big double AoE coming from Virelia, but it's into Christian Aura, and BS healing. So, potential situation for Jayden. Point of that, yeah, I was gonna say the point of that move was to weaken Tyrantel enough for Virelia to be able to AoE blast it. I would say it really depends, Sarah. In PvE, Holy BS can be like a healer faction buffer for your team. Mage BS can literally just be like a long-range magical DPS, so it depends what you need. If what you need on your team is a healer, buffer, you bring Holy. If you don't have like Light of Genesis or, you know, whoever your long-range mage of choice is, you can use BS as your long-range mage of choice. She's a good versatile unit. The thing is, there are a lot of other long-range mages, so a lot of people really don't need to use her for that. Okay, here comes the big super explosion. Ooh, ooh! Okay, we got a lot of immunity there. A lot of damage, but no kills. Do I think a Guyver rerun is possible? Well, Sean, anything's possible, but the thing about collab reruns, we know it's not happening in the next, like, 8 months, because we know what the Chinese schedule, China's ahead of us by 5 or 6 months, and we know what their next couple of months of things are. We also know that during their anniversary trailer, they teased a Fairy Tail collab. So it's very unlikely that we would get, like, just a gap filler collab rerun before that. Like, if they have a good, juicy new collab coming up, they'd want to drop that before they start going back for collab reruns. So they haven't been doing lots of reruns lately. I think their last rerun, proper rerun, was, like, the Trails rerun in, like, 2023, maybe. However far back that was. It's been a long time. So if they do start doing reruns... Oh no, we had the Shining Resonance rerun. Yeah, we had the Shining Resonance rerun recently-ish. So yeah, I mean, even if we do start getting more collab reruns like 8 months from now, it's unlikely they'd go right back to Guyver first. I feel like they'd probably go like Trails of Cold Steel, maybe Overlord, like one of those collabs that happened a long time ago and they want to get those units back in. You know, maybe when they're releasing their casting skills or something like that. I'd love to see an Overlord rerun, personally. Really love to see an Overlord rerun. So, sorry, I was blabbing over top of that whole pick and ban, but it did end up being a fairly typical pick and ban. WindSeeker, as the winner of Game 1, gets to go as Player 1. That's something we've seen a few times tonight. That the loser, who gets the benefit of choosing whether they want to be Player 1 or Player 2, has selected Player 2. Is that seen as an advantage in this meta? With all the BS stuff? So we got Black Hole on this AO. This is probably the vial, like bottle, Lightbringer. This is a hint that it's not Bond of Arashi, and I don't see like a butterfly or anything. Skill's not green, so it's probably not Bond. We got Virelia over here on Jayden's side again, plus an AoE AO. And then these units, seems everyone gets to pick their BS, their Chris, and their Tiana. And then it's just a question of who the 1.5 DPS you get are. So let's see. I mean, we know from the results screen that WindSeeker wins this. Let's see how he manages to make that happen. Ronin Warriors win. I mean, Ronin Warriors hasn't gotten a rerun yet, but in the original release order, Ronin Warriors came after Cold Steel and after Overlord. So if they were going to stick to the original release order, which they were doing before the surprise Shining Resonance rerun, if they're going to stick to the original release order other than that, I wouldn't expect Ronin Warriors to be next. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot more answers to AO now. She's still threatening against something like Rush, where she can slow down follow-up. A lot of units have Butterfly, which makes her initial chains much less dangerous. But she's still, I mean, she can still do stuff. I think the main reason AO, in this current meta at least, I think the main reason she's dropped to more pickable picks is just because there are so many other units that are absolutely terrifying. You gotta ban Enya. Yeah, so that is a bottle LB. You gotta ban Enya, you gotta ban Sovereign, you gotta ban Emir. Okay, Tiana's coming in right away. Are we gonna get an assassination? No, she's just gonna take the first life off this Christian again. I mean, might as well. You're teleporting way back to guard anyway, so there's no real downside of rushing in to do that. So are you back playing now, Sean? It sounded like you used to play back in the day and then you took a break for a while. And now you're back catching up on LLRs and stuff. The summoning situation this month was crazy because Enya is out. All the other LLRs and like single unit banners were all running at the same time, plus wish lists. Like, I don't know how new players managed to do all that with limited resources. So many good units to summon for. Emir, no fear, goes in. Kills Tiana. What a beast, literally. And then, of course, back to 100%. Is that terrain as well? I feel like that's rocks. So before Jayden even gets into the action, he's been slowly creeping forward, building up this Ferelia. He's lost a Christian life and a Tiana. AO does get the opportunity to drop a black hole on this team. But Horse cleanses the debuffs, heals everyone back up. BS is going to teleport in here. That AO is not under guard right now, but BS not able to single target kill it. Now, what can Ferelia do? Big blast. Second big blast. Everyone lives. Oh, does everyone live? Yeah, everyone lives. AO's still the only one who's not in guard. So Tiana decides to clean that up. Tiana will get an act again from that. And she is literally just going to go straight ham on this Christian. No first strike. clones back. Clone, do you have an easy kill here? Not really. These both have revives. I mean, single target the horse? Oh, you're not even going to try to get your full life back. You're just throwing more debuffs out. WindSeeker really just throwing this Tiana against the Christiane. Does finish her off. Okay, so there's the second life. And now Jayden, totally without a tank. A bunch of mages just waiting here to be picked off by scary, scary Ymir. Oh, Ymir survives the double! Runs back to home base, hopefully to get healed back up. Okay, so BS took off first life, and then Horse left him at like 400 HP. Ooh, that was a big... Wow. Let's go back and look at everyone who got killed here. Balabar, welcome to the stream. Congrats on your games earlier. We haven't gotten around to watch those ones yet, but I saw that you won. So GG's. So we're going to be losing, what? An AO, a Horse, and a BS? That's not too bad. The Tiana and the Ymir are the main things to survive, and I believe they both do. Definitely the Ymir. Oh, the AO even survives. Yeah, so WindSeeker can pretty much burn a Tiana life. That still gets you the act again, though. And then Ymir can come cause havoc as well. Yeah, so you'll be fighting WindSweeper tomorrow. And I think your game against WindSweeper is going to be a really good one to watch. Because it looks like you're going to be going up against a WindSeeker at the height of his powers. He put on a pretty good clinic here against Jayden tonight. I'm sure you'll be going over these matches with great interest. And then Pay the Toll versus Pay the Toll, also on your side of the bracket. So, you know who your next opponent is going to be, regardless, if you get past WindSeeker. So did you fight WindSeeker last season? Oh, I see. Yeah. You fought the WindSeeker ult. Sadly, much like what we saw in the Trinhuv game, I don't see a solo Virelia being able to single-handedly handle this team. Especially since she's already had 2 big blast attempts, and they were not enough. This Ymir, yeah, no. That Ymir is too oppressive, and WindSeeker goes 2-0 against Jayden. So yeah, good games. Very interesting ones. So we will still have to watch the Zanson games, the Scheidel games. Okay, that was 2-1. This was 2-0. Q didn't play. Balabar was 2-0 as well. So maybe we'll have a separate stream. Maybe before or after tomorrow? Because tomorrow there are fewer games. So yeah, maybe I'll eat barbecue chicken now, and then we'll have another Apex stream tomorrow, obviously, for the top 8. But we'll try to catch up on some more of these games that we didn't see then as well. That said, that is going to be it for me for tonight. I will be back, so don't be shy about dropping a follow, dropping a sub, dropping a channel membership, anything like that. If you've got a free Amazon Prime sub lying around, go ahead and use that on good old Uncle Kong. That way you'll get notified when I start streaming more Apex every weekend. I mean, if you have a clock, you kind of know when I'm going to be streaming too. But either way, we appreciate your subs. No sense in letting them go to waste. Alright, barbecue chicken time. I will catch you all tomorrow for more Apex. And can't wait to see you then, everyone. Take care.